Most people see the athletic contract and all they see is headlines. Very few understand how much of that money actually stays with the athlete. And today I'm going to show you how that money easily disappears and why financial discipline, not income, determines your future. If you're an athlete or the parent of one who wants to play college ball or go pro in any sport, please watch this to the end. The first major hit to that contract is taxes. The taxes can eat up to 50% of your contract. Before you spend a single dollar, remember there's 3 categories of taxes every athlete must understand. You're going to pay federal income taxes. Everyone is required to pay this, no exceptions. Then you pay state and local taxes. These are often called jock taxes. These apply to non-resident athletes that are earning income while they are working in another state. For example, if you play for FC Dallas, I use soccer because I'm a soccer coach, right? And you travel to play LA Galaxy in California, the California will tax you on the portion of income earned in California because they impose job taxes. The third category is self-employment taxes. The moment you signed a contract or an endorsement deal, you become a business. You're a sole proprietor even without forming that LLC. This means you're going to pay taxes as an employer and you're going to pay taxes as an employee. Now, the second bucket that eats into your revenues is agent and advisor fees. That could take about 8 to 15% of your revenues. Professional success, that requires professional help that comes at a cost. Agents would take in maybe 3 to 5%. Financial advisors and wealth managers are going to take about 1 to 2%. Your personal managers, those who pay your bills and coordinate your schedule, maybe 1 to 2%. Legal and accounting, another 2 to 3%. And the problem here isn't paying professionals. The problem is not knowing who does what and not having a coordinated strategy. The next bucket that eats into your contract is what I call lifestyle inflation. This is the greatest silent wealth killer for athletes. The common drains will include trying to get a bigger home, luxury cars, traveling to see the world, supporting family and friends recklessly, social pressure to keep up appearances. This lifestyle inflation is dangerous because you're going to spend based on a contract number, not on what's actually available after taxes and expenses, right? We call that discretionary income. Then you got to think of how much you're going to lose from bad investments and poor decisions. You see, when people see your cash flow, they hear you're now pro, they start treating you like a bank, and sometimes you fall into the trap of believing you're a bank. You start writing checks to fund friends' business ideas without thorough vetting. You start investing in restaurants, real estate without proper due diligence. You start taking high risk without oversight. You start making institutional decisions with personal money, and you're listening to childhood friends for advice while your CPA you're only counting on for tax. Think about Magic Johnson. He earned roughly $40 million in NBA salary over his career, and he became a billionaire through a disciplined lifestyle, institutional investments, and a sophisticated advisory system. Now, Mike Tyson, on the other hand, he made about $400 million, but yet he filed bankruptcy in 2003 with $23 million in debt. This can happen to anyone without the right business advisors in their network. The athlete must remember this. Number one, you have to have the right mindset. You typically have to think of yourself as an engine that has 3 to 7 years to generate capital. And that capital has to support you, your family, and hopefully future generations. This isn't about limiting your spending. It's about building durable wealth. Secondly, you have to build the right team. It's not about more people. It's about the right people. Your core team should include a CFO, a chief financial officer. This individual oversees all the decisions that you make. They slow down that impulse spending and they ensure that you move strategically in all areas of your life. Ideally, you need them to be a CPA. Secondly, you need a strategist, a tax strategist that handles your accounting, your tax strategy, entity structure, and compliance, right? Legally minimizing your tax burden and maximizing deployable capital. Then, of course, you need an agent that focuses on contracts and endorsement opportunities, bringing those to the table. And finally, you need an attorney that is involved in negotiating all your deals, reviewing risks, handling complex tax strategies, and your legacy planning. Then you bring in your investment advisors that focus on appropriate vehicles based on your risk tolerance and proven strategies, whether it's private equity, invested in franchises, buy-side M&A, right, cash flow industries, in any sector. This investment advisor tries to advise you on where your money should go. Now, there's a lot of moving parts and you don't want to rely on one person to do all of this, but your CFO ensures that this team is working together like your board of trustees, always acting in your best interest. And I know you love your coaches, you love your parents, that uncle and auntie that has always supported you, your friends, but if they don't have these skill sets, they should not be making financial decisions on your behalf. Shaquille O'Neal says this best. He says, I had to fire my friends and hire professionals. Simple. And he's talking about the mistakes he made at the early stages of his career. You see, that lifestyle that you're dreaming of comes after structure, not before. An athlete's income is powerful, but only when it's managed with wisdom and structure. If you want help building the right financial foundation so that your talent creates freedom instead of stress, reach out. The goal isn't to earn well, just earn money. The goal is to keep grow and protect what you have made. Like, subscribe, share this with your connect that's about to go pro. My name is Bertrand Maimo and I'm your fractional CFO. See you on the next one.